How's it going, my people? So I just finished watching a video. All right, I wanted this to be propped up, but it's kind of. Oh wait, actually, this works. There we go. All right, I just finished watching a video I made, and I was really happy about the shit I was saying and like how it came out. And so now I want to keep on talking. And so this is another thing I want to talk about. And bruh, it's high key my relationship with like parenting, and because recently I became a dog dad. But I don't like. I'm not gonna lie. Like I do not be feeding my dog. Like I do not be feeding my dog. Like she be eating. I don't know how she be eating, but she be eating. She be eating. Like it's like she gains knowledge and shit. I don't know how she do it, but she do it and shit. And it's like I kind of just let her be free. You know, I kind of just let her be free. And as I observe like her and her behavior and my interaction with her, I realize like she is really reflecting my nature back at me, like very, 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 very strongly. And it's my childish nature, my ability to play and always be excited about the next thing. Like I watched her get mauled by another dog. Like it's another dog we have, and he just went crazy on her. And literally the next day, she like he jumped the gate and she's trying to hang out with him. Like nothing's wrong. And what's ironic about the whole situation is that my dog is she's white and the dog who bit her up was black. And at the time, I was going through a type of like warfare between light and dark and trying to understand the balance of it and really getting a hold of what it is that I seek, which is, forgiveness. I want to have that weight off my shoulders. And watching her sit there and forgive so easily and just play again made me sit there and think and watch, and I'm like, wow, like this is beautiful. Like this is beautiful. Like this is beautiful how easy it is for her to let go. And it reminded me of like when I was a kid how easy it was for me to let go. And this is another thing where it's like it's easier to forgive others. Yeah, like it's easier to forgive certain people. Like not everyone, it's not as easy to forgive everybody just based on your relationship. And I realized that that was my that was the perspective I sought after for how I dealt with the darkness in my life. Because I had held a lot of animosity toward that darkness, I realized that not even I realized like though my dog was feeling a lot better and still playing even though her neck was it was all fucked up, like still looking to play and have fun. And like looking at her strength during that, it's like looking at her strength during that was what I was seeking. Because I was like, I want that ability to forgive and let go, but I'm still upset that he bit my dog. Like I'm still upset that this motherfucker done chewed you up. And in that time, I kept what's it called? I was pestering the dog. I'm not gonna lie. Like I was being an asshole to that motherfucker. I was pissed. Like fuck that nigga. Like nigga, you done bit my fucking dog. I'm gonna whoop your motherfucking ass, nigga. Like I'm gonna whoop your ass tenfold for doing that shit to my dog. You feel me? And like that's really how I felt. Like that's really how I felt. I'm like nigga, I'm finna whoop your ass. But at the same time, I realized I was like, oh, but this nigga, literally, he's always in the backyard. Like he's always in the backyard. Whenever he's not in the backyard, he literally has to jump the gate to get out the house, like to get or he's in the house all the time. And I'm like, my dog, she's able to roam and do whatever she wants. It's like she has freedom to be herself and express herself with the world around her. And she's so friendly and open, which is like it's really kind. And I'm like, it's really dope to see. Like, it's really really dope to see. Like the type of protection she has, because it's really insane, because she'll literally just walk in, like she walks in the street and nothing will touch her, nothing will touch her, nothing will touch her. Like literally the car, like she stopped, like the cars always stop for her, like no matter what, and she doesn't give a fuck. Like she literally doesn't care. Like she knows that they're gonna stop for her. And I'm like, damn, this is crazy. And it's like that type of confidence. It's like that, her curiosity, she's so confident about her curiosity that she doesn't let the outside world get to her, even though like it may hurt her. And again, like I was watching her level of forgiveness and compassion, and I was like, whoa, like bro, you're teaching me a lot. Like you're really teaching me a lot. And like I tried to follow. It's like I tried to follow, and like I was saying, like how she's able to be free and the other dog wasn't. Like it's like she's literally white. Like so she's literally a white dog, and I represent, like for me, I represent like the light. I represent like being in the light and stuff like that. And so since that being what I represent, I want to be free, and it was her spirit and my spirit that were being free and being able to go and do whatever we liked, you know? And him being locked up, unable to do what he liked, me putting my dog who's able to be free in the backyard with the dog who's unable to be free. It's like it's like he gets territorial about his space because, hey, bruh, this is all I got. This is all I got. And you in my space. It's like, bruh, it's cool at your place, bruh. Because you got everything, bruh. You got everything. And then I realized, bruh, I'm like, damn, bro, that nigga just want to be free too. Like, that shit, like, he really just want to be free. And it's really crazy how much I was taught by just observing dogs, bruh. Like, just observing dogs. And the thing is, these dogs really have, like, real spirits in them. And I realized, I was like, damn, bro, like, I'm holding a grudge against the darkness in my life because it attacked me for coming back with my freedom, you know? It's like, literally, I came back with my freedom. I'm like, guys, look, I have liberation. I have insight. And I was attacked for it, but it's like, if they were where I was, it's like they would feel at peace. It's like they are trapped. They feel trapped in what they are going through and what they're dealing with. It's like they're not free. And seeing me fly, and it's nice to see you fly, and it's like they want to fly with me. But it's like, don't bring that shit about being free while we're in the cage. It's like, it's literally that shit. It's like, don't bring that shit about being free when we're in a cage. And now I'm thinking about that, I'm like, damn, that's really deep. Like, that's real deep. Because it's like, some people really don't. It's like, what are you talking about? Like, what freedom, bro? Because it's like, for him, every time he wants to go outside, that nigga gotta climb the gate. Like, every time he wanna free roam the world, he gotta climb the gate. And it's like, damn, bro. Like, that's an inconvenience. It's like, that's a genuine inconvenience just to experience. And it's like, think about all the people who gotta climb over a gate to experience the fruits of reality. It's like me coming back and being like, hey guys, bruh, just do this shit all the time. They're like, nigga, what are you talking about, bruh? We can't do that shit all the time. It's like, they can do that shit all the time. It's just, they're not allowed to. Because it's like, there are genuinely factors outside of them that play a role. It's like, this is one thing that we don't understand when it comes to this whole spirituality and freedom talk. It's like, self-empowerment is important, but we have to understand that there is very much a factor in a big like player trying to keep you from getting there, you know? Like, there's a big block standing there trying to get you to not cross that line. And it's a lot of effort. I mean, it's a lot of effort because, as you see, it's our everyday life. Like, it's our everyday life that tries to make sure you don't fly, like make sure you don't just free roam, that you're not just yourself, that you're not able to just be, like you can't just take up space. Literally, it's like reality doesn't allow you to just take up space. And I realized, like, observing the dogs, I'm like, man, he just wants to take space as well. Like, he wants to enjoy what's around, like, what's around in the world as well. And this is when it comes to, like, the whole unifying factor, because I've been dealing with, like, how to go about handling the dark energies I've been fighting. It's like, I've been trying to figure out what I should do with them. It's like basically that. It's like what should I do with them? Is it the path of forgiveness, or do I just obliterate them? Like, do I just make them go? Like, which one? And it's like a mix of both, honestly. Like, when I dive into the decisions I've made when it comes to like the enemies I've fought against, it's like, and again, this is in the spirit as well. Like, this is in the spirit realm. It's like that manifests in people in reality, but these are spiritual fights. It's like a motherfucker go into a crib to cast out a demon type shit. It's like that type of fight. And the things I've fought and the things I've come up against, I've been like, well, shit, what do I do with them? Because I'm like, there's some of them where it's like, hey, bruh, like, if you're willing to take the opportunity to do better, like, we'll grant you that. But at the same time, there's some of them where I'm like, you don't get a pass. It's like, there's some that don't get a pass. And it's like one of those things where I understand everyone wants freedom. It's like everyone wants to take up space. Everybody wants to be seen. As you can see from the internet, there's so much information and there's so many people trying to be seen in some type of way. And whether it's wealth or making themselves look silly or saying some real talk or just sharing their art. It's like there are a lot of people who do genuinely want to be seen. It's like majority of people want to be seen. It's like even people who be like they don't want to be seen not being seen, It's like they want that. And it's like there's nothing wrong with that. It's just how do we incorporate that in a reality to where we balance it out. And it's like, well, we got to get rid of the people who are against people congregating, It's like we got to get rid of the people who are against people building something new. It's like not everyone has to have the same shit. It's like not everyone has to have it the exact same way. Like everyone can have something different and unique to what it is that they specifically like. It's like some people really like dark shit. Some people like scary movies. Some people really only like comedies. It's like you don't gotta mash it together. It's like there are times where you can mash it together, and there are spaces where it does mash together really greatly, where you can bring both of those groups together. But it's like, realistically, a genuine horror film is not going to bring a comedic audience. A genuine comedic film is not going to bring the horror audience, And so it's allowing these spaces to be separate in their nature, but allowing for a crossbreeding as well. And it's like there's something in the way that stops the crossbreeding. Not even just that, but it's like we have so many people from so many different ethnicities and culture mixed around in the United States, and it's like people always say the United States is a mixing pot, and because it genuinely is, and it's a mixing pot because everything got mixed up. Like, this is not on some, oh, we're making a grand stew. It's like, no, everything got mixed up. Like, this is a pot of stuff that got mixed up. And this is a genuine mixing. It's like when you're mixing a mixing pot, it's like, are you mixing this with intention? Yes, you're trying to get things to move around in different ways. You want everything everywhere else. Like, you want everything everywhere. And the thing is, not everything belongs everywhere. You feel me? Not everything goes on everything. You know, not all food combinations are the most adequate. Even though some people may enjoy them, it's like, it's not for everybody, bruh. And it's like, we don't gotta combine everything, bruh. It's like, we don't gotta combine everything. This is what people think. It's like, separation does not mean isolation. You feel me? Separation means integration into your role in reality. It's like separating the cells in your body to do their actual part, you know? It's like we got white blood cells hanging out with red blood cells going up to the fucking leg bone. Like they're going to the bone. What are they doing in the bone? They just hanging out at the bone. Like they're just hanging out at the bone. They're not even doing nothing. Like there's like when you genuinely look around in reality, you can see that there's so much stagnation. There's so much slow movement. And I realize that when you don't pay attention to time, time really does not move slow. Like it really doesn't move slow, and it moves pretty quickly. But when you fill it with moments you cherish, that's when you realize that like there's more here. Like there's more here, and the time is your perception of the greatness that you create here. And we don't allow people to create their greatness. It's like the world doesn't allow people to create their greatness. It's like it is a pay to get in, like a pay to get in your greatness. And it's like you pay more than just money. You pay with your time, you pay with your effort, you pay with your soul energy, you pay with your truth, you pay with your strength. You give away your power to basically allow yourself to speak. When in reality, it's like we've always been allowed to speak. We've always been allowed to speak. It's just we're not in our spaces to speak. It's like there are certain, it's literally, it's that. It's like we're not in our spaces to speak. It's like they're, like everybody has their little friend groups or people they get along with who they can speak about certain things to. It's like we don't have our actual spaces to think and speak about what we actually go through and actually deal with. And it's like this goes beyond like just culture and ethnicity, because there are fundamental things on a soul level that we can't pinpoint what it is that we relate to, but we understand that there are people in our lives that we're related to somehow, some way. It's just there's a separation from our identity. And we can all say, oh, we're on a soul journey to deal with these karmic events and, you know, raise the vibration. But you got to understand that there was a time where this was not an issue. Like this wasn't even a reality. So it's like, what does the reality where this isn't existing look like? And it's like, well, shit. It's like people have their space. People have their own spaces. Like people have their own spaces where, hey, we think like this, but we don't intrude on nobody else. And everybody else agrees. Like, hey, shit, this is how these motherfuckers think. And then you start looking at reality and nature. Everything in nature respects each other. It's like there's always a respect. There's always a genuine handshake. You can literally see nature giving each other a handshake. It's like for the trees to be rooted in the ground, they have to set an agreement. Look, motherfucker, you gonna be here? Yeah, nigga, I'm gonna be here. Look, you gonna provide this, this, and this? But we gonna be cool, bruh. I'm gonna provide you with this, this, and this. We gonna be cool. Because I want to see you grow. Because I want you to be part of me. And then even with the plants and shit, they're like, hey, bruh, can we chill here? Yeah, bruh, chill on. But there's certain plants where it's like, hey, bruh, no, 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 no. No, no, no. You can't chill over here. No, 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 no. You can't chill over here. Like, we know how your people get. Y'all are invasive. Y'all start eating up all the resources. There are places where you can go where you can do all of that at your place. You know? And it's like understanding that the world was created with intention. Understand that the world was created with intention and it's not random. And if you understand that the world was created with intention and it's not random, you start realizing where the intent is. You start realizing what things were intended to be, because it's like without the ground we don't build. So you understand that the ground was intended as foundation to stand, because it's not water. It's like there's a clear distinction between separation and the creation of that. And it's like this was created with a purpose. And we got to understand what other things are created with a purpose. If stagnation is a constant in reality, is this being created with a purpose? And so we have to go for the individuals. We don't even have to go for the individuals who create stagnation. We just have to understand that they have a hold on a plethora of individuals who cannot climb that wall, because nobody can climb that wall. Only one who can get you out that wall is the divine. It's like, it's literally set up like that. It's like, only way these motherfuckers is getting out of here is if they go through us or some higher power comes in. And it's like, yeah, there's a higher power who can come in and get you up out of there. It's just majority of people don't have that blind faith in themselves because they don't see themselves as that higher power. Like if they saw it as themselves coming down to rescue them, they would always know that they have their best intent in mind, that they're going to somewhere where they desire to be. Being it if it's themselves reaching their hand out from a place they can't see. That was hard. That was hard as fuck. That shit was hard as fuck. Don't lie. That shit was hard. But like, people don't believe that shit. People don't believe that it's them reaching their hand out, like, to get them out of here. And with that, it's like, I've understood that I'm not gonna reach everybody. Like, I'm not gonna reach everybody. And it's not bad that I'm not gonna be able to reach everybody. It's just something I have to accept. It's something I have to understand, that not everybody's meant to go. Like, I was talking to a family member recently, and as we talked, I felt so much of his pain. I was like, damn, bro. Like, I see where you're confused. Like, I see where you're confused. I see where you're hurt. Like, I see where everything is pointing you in the wrong direction. Like, I see the confusion. I see how there's something outside of you that's literally trying to make sure you don't come back to yourself. That's trying its hardest to make sure you don't. And it's like, when you're a warrior on a battlefield, not everybody comes back standing. There are times where you do lose people. There are times where not everybody is able to continue to walk. There are times where some people have to recover and you might see them in another battle. They might stop from there. They might not continue to fight. And again, like, deep down, it's all from a sense of freedom, bruh. It's like, we wouldn't idolize freedom if we weren't caged in. Like, we wouldn't feel like we need to be free if we weren't boxed in. Because if you were free, what's the thought of being free? It's like, what do you mean? Like, I'm being already. It's like, I'm already being. But people genuinely want to be free. And it's like, there's something that's stopping them from being. And a lot of times we just say, oh, it's themselves. But we got to understand, bro. Like, for me to come into the realization I have, not only am I a very advanced soul, bro, but I'm ahead of the game. So I got cheat codes, bro. Like, I got cheat codes. But there are people who don't have cheat codes. There are people who don't have that ability to tap into that infinite knowledge the way I can, because it's a lot of information and it's a lot of energy to channel, and it's a lot of hard work to get through, and it's different. It's a completely 180 on, is that 180? Yeah, a complete 180 on what they're doing. You know, it's like you start walking away from everything that you're doing already in a completely different direction, and you're confused and you don't know why, and you just have to trust the process that it'll get you somewhere better. But people, this is another thing I've realized, because observing these dogs is like this shit is real deep. It's real fucking deep. This shit is real deep. Like the symbolism behind it is real deep, because as I sat there and watched them, like how the like I'm gonna just name the dogs. Anu is my dog, the white dog, and African is the black dog. Um, like seeing African in the backyard and seeing that, because he is an all black dog, and so it's like seeing the darkness caged up while the light is able to roam. And that shit made me sad, bruh. Like that shit made me sad, bruh. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, damn nigga, that shit fucked up too. I'm like, damn nigga, that shit fucked up. I'm like, that's also fucked up. I'm like, cause I'm like, damn, bro, I want get back. But then at the same time, I'm like, bro, I don't want this. Like, I don't want this. Like, I don't want it to be a flip, you know? Like, I don't want it to be the light roaming in the darkness caged up. I'm like, I don't want nobody to be in a cage. Like, I hate that shit. Like, I hate that shit. Like, I don't like cages. Like, I don't want anybody to not be able to participate in the gift that the creator gave them, you know? It's like, why wouldn't I want somebody to be able to enjoy their gift, even if it's a dog or a damn fucking roach? It's like, why wouldn't I want them to enjoy their gift? Like, bro, the creator gave you life. The creator said, here, bro, you deserve a consciousness and a reality to walk in. Like, who am I to be like, nah, bro, you don't got that shit no more. And it's like, bruh, that shit made me think, because I was like, damn, there's so many times where I met so many people in dark places where I was like, fuck, like, I feel y'all, bro. It's like, I feel y'all. Like, y'all just want to be free, bro. Y'all just want to be seen. Like, y'all want somebody to reach their hand out and help you out. It's like, y'all are actually asking for help. Y'all are actually trying to escape. Like, it's like, this is one thing people don't ever just say. It's like, everybody's actually trying to escape. Like, people are actually trying to escape. Everyone will sit there and be like, oh, everybody's lazy, they don't do nothing, the reason why they're stuck like this is, it's like, everybody's trying to escape. Everybody's trying to get out of here. They just don't know how. And some people have been like, fuck it, I give up, I'm too tired. Because it's really draining. It's extremely draining, especially if you don't have your mind. If you lose your mind, bro, you lost control of everything else. That your mind creates reality. If you lose control of the thing that creates your reality, guess what? Somebody's creating it. Somebody else is controlling it then. If you lost control of it, something else is controlling it. And it's shit like that where it's like, I don't want to say it's a war, but I will say it's a struggle. I will just say it's a struggle between those who are not aware, who are not aware of potential, those who are not aware of the beauty of evolution. It's like those who aren't aware of that type of ability, those who aren't aware of what that can do and what the universe is asking for, those who cannot, create what they're being asked to create. It's like those people get replaced. It's like people get replaced. It's like if you cannot do what you were asked to do, you're gonna get replaced. It's like it's that simple. It's that simple. You're gonna get replaced. That doesn't mean you don't get to still enjoy the fruits. It's just you're not gonna be the one spreading the fruits. It's like literally, it's like you're not gonna be the one spreading the fruits. Like eventually, maybe, but it's a confusion on what the potential of evolution can cause. Because this shit can cause. It's like, y'all don't understand what I can see. I don't understand what I can see. I'm like, I can see a reality that's so beyond, beyond, so beyond what is here currently. And I can see it coming here. I can see it coming here, and I see what materials are needed to make it happen. And it's genuinely the people. But I see the materials needed to make it happen, and I see what those same materials are going toward. And I may not understand the full objective as to what they are doing with these materials, but I do understand that they are not using them in a way that propagates life, that propagates change, that propagates peace and abundance. You know, it's like, I mean, you could say it did propagate peace and change and abundance through evolution by causing a stagnation. We were forced to get up. But at the same time, I do understand that there are realities where you don't have to go down to go higher. I do understand that there are realities that you don't need to do that at all. Like at all. But for some reason, this one favors it. Like it's its favorite. Like it's favorite. Like to go down completely and then spring back up. And the thing about all of that is that I'm going to be quite honest, majority of the souls that do incarnate here are tired of it. Like everybody's tired of it. Everybody's had their run with it, and everybody's like, all right, can we get to something new here? Like, can we get to something new? And I thought about it, and I was talking to my uncle, and he told me, like, no, I told him, I was like, man, there's dimensions where leaves don't fall. Like, there's realities where leaves don't fall. Like, they don't fall from trees. Like, they stay on the tree. Like, you'll never see a leaf on the ground. And it's like, you know how powerful that is? And then you start thinking about the rules of this reality. And it's like, why are people using the power of creation to create in this way? And it's like, I could see the pleasure in destruction. I could see the pleasure in chaos. But the pleasure in stagnation, that is something different to me. That is something different. I feel like this is what I analyze from looking at all of it. It's like I look at it and I see someone who started messing something up, realized that it was getting messed up, and instead of trying to fix it, they said, fuck it, somebody else will come fix it, and I'ma just keep fucking it up till, like, I'ma just keep fucking it up worse and worse till somebody comes to fix it, because if it's super fucked up, somebody has to come fix it. And that's what I'm observing in the reality, because as if you understand what is really going on, we're going through a forced evolution. Like, this is a forced evolution due to a literal stagnation. Like, it's like the frequency of the earth halted. It's like it stopped. And why is because of whoever these people are who are afraid of change, who are afraid of growth, who are afraid of going to the next step, because they don't understand the complexity of the next step. They understand the complexity of their 3D reality, which is a trip when you understand that, bro, there's more layers. It's like there's more layers on top of the photo. It's like there's more layers on top of the photo. You're just looking at the background. It's like, bro, there's more. It's like, bro, there's rivers, trees. It's like, bro, you're only looking at the sky. Like, you're looking at the sky in this. Like, there's more shit in the forefront. Like, there's more shit to the image. You feel me? It's like only staring at this, like only staring at the background, but there's all of this shit going on as well. It's like only staring at that shit and being like, nah, this is the only shit here. Like, this, it's only this here when all of this is happening. It's like shit like that, where it's like, I don't know if it's fear of the acknowledgement or if it's the lack of the ability to acknowledge it. Like, I don't understand if who these people are unable to genuinely tap into spirit, or if these people are confused as to what spirit is, or confused how to use spirit. Like, it could be all three. It could be all three. But genuinely, I don't quite understand what it is. I don't quite understand the confusion. Being that as you can see just from the, like, it's a lot of chaos going on over there. A lot of trash. I am in the garage, and it's kind of like a storage. But as you can see, like, I do fill my space with color. And it's like, I make it vibrant, you know? And it's like, this is a garage. Everything in my room, it was already in here. Like, majority of the things in here were already in here. It's just I organized it in a way that makes it beautiful, because it's like, it can look like this, or I mean, it's still a mess. Like, my room's a mess, but oh shit, oh, that's my bone. Oopsies. But it's like, or you can make it beautiful, you know? It's like, all of this was in here, and the thing is, it looked like this. Like, all of this shit looked like this. And so it's just, I'm like, do you guys not know what to do with these things? Like, do you guys... And it's one of those things where it kind of upsets me. It's like imagine like a master teacher being pissed that the students aren't learning. It's like, what the fuck are y'all doing? It's like, literally, it's like, what the fuck have y'all been doing? It's like, we left you alone for all this time, and this is what y'all came back. This is what y'all was on. Like, this is what y'all were making. Oh my god. And it's like, like, look, I'll give you that. It's genius in some type of way. And you know what? I'm not even going to say some type of way. It's genius in your way. And it is genius in a divine way, because the divine gave you the knowledge to create it. But, majority of the time, this is not how this knowledge is used at all. It's like, this is not how this ability is used majority of the time. Which gives Earth a very unique experience, which I believe is part of the reason why people incarnate here. But we're tired of that shit. We're tired of that shit. And like, all of this to say, my little feud of the yin and yang and looking at what to do with the people in charge. Like, who think they're in charge. With the people who think they're in charge. It's like, what to do about them. And it's like, there are some who will remain, and there are some who will not. It's like, there are some who will remain, and there are some who will not. Depending on what they decide. And the thing is, it's like, the decision's already been made. It's like, it's already been made. And so it's like, I'm like, I already let go. Like, I already let go of what can happen. Like, I'm already let go of what can happen to these motherfuckers. It's probably some crazy shit. But at the same time, don't underestimate the power of creation. Don't underestimate the power of the mind. Don't understand. Don't understand. Yeah, okay. There's something I'm trying to say, but I'm being blocked from saying it. I want to say, don't underestimate the power of the Creator. Don't underestimate the power of the Most High, is what I wanted to say. Thank you. But, literally, don't underestimate that shit. Because it's like, what makes you think you got more control over than the thing that creates everything around you? Like, let's be real. You're experiencing this shit. Like, you didn't create it. Like, you didn't create this shit. You're experiencing this shit. And you're a co-creator, and you having awareness of it. You opening your eyes in it. That makes you the co-creator. But whether you're here or not, this is still being here. Like, this is still here. Like, this is still here, whether you're here or not. All that to say, there's power in truth, There's power in lies. There's power in new beginnings. There's power in destruction. There's power in a lot of things that we are unaware of. And there are power in things that I am unaware of. There's power in the air. There's power in the water. There's power in the ground. And there's power in the, well, I'm going to say water again. Water. There's a lot of power in the water. Remember, it was water before it was earth. It was water before it was earth. And what else do I gotta say? Just back. Okay. I see where I'm going. There's power in all of that shit. But back to seeing the freedom, like in the dogs. I realize, bruh, we're really not different. We're all really not different. Like, we all want the same shit. Realistically, we're all trying to get the same shit. Like, what do other people want? Riches, happy family, shit to take care of their family, take care of themselves, worry about themselves. It's like everybody got the same shit on their mind. Everybody want the same shit. It's just we think we got to take it from each other to get it. And don't that stink? Don't that stink? And it's like, well, why do the plants in nature have mutual aid for each other? Are we not forming the way nature is supposed to? And if so, who's rearranging us? Who are we allowing to rearrange us? Who are we allowing to confuse us? Because you can become unconfused. And it is a struggle. And understand that not everyone will get out of that struggle. But from the demons to the angels to the devils to the gods to the ants to the fucking animals, everybody wants to participate in their reality. Everyone wants to be part of what they came here to do. So, all we gotta do is say, fuck the middleman who's blocking you from doing it. Because a dog gonna be a dog whether it's gonna be locked up in a cage or not. It's still gonna be a dog. It's still gonna be a fucking dog. So are you gonna keep your nature? Or are you gonna repress it? See, me, I choose my nature. I choose my soul's nature. You feel me? Like, this is what my soul wants. This is what my soul does. Do you do what your soul wants? And do you do what your soul does? Because that's deep shit, bruh. It's deep shit. It's deep as fuck. Because it's hard. Because somebody else is making it hard. And I'm going to keep it 100 Billy Bands, bruh. Somebody's really training you to really overcome some shit. Because they realize they could not do it. So they're trying to force you to be able to wake up. They're forcing you to wake up. They're forcing you to tap into things that they can't tap into. So they can evolve because they decided they don't want to evolve for themselves. They want to watch someone else evolve. To bring that evolution to them. Which again, I guess it works. In turn it works, but be your evolution. Be your evolution. Be your strength. Be your power. Be your will. Be yourself. And things will be amazing. Forever. And it's like, what creating heaven, bruh? Maybe the rules of reality will change. Maybe we're living in a time where we're literally going to watch what we think is reality completely change. It's like, maybe it's happening. Maybe we're watching. Maybe we're watching the rules change. Maybe the speed of light gets faster. Maybe the speed of sound gets faster. Maybe gravity stops existing. Remember, there are realities where leaves do not fall. We don't even know what we're going into. So be prepared for the unexpected, because you will not expect it. And it's going to be more than mental. It's going to be more than mental. It's going to be reality. A big reality change. And I'm not going to lie. This was a big ass channel. I was not here for a moment. Oh my God. Ooh. I got to rewatch that shit because I don't even know what I was talking about for real. Like, I don't even know if I was really getting to my point. But, ooh, man, that was a lot. That was a lot of information, man. That was a lot of discovery right there. And look, see? That's a form of mediumship right there. It's like, bruh, that's a form of channeling. Because all that information, it's like, bruh, sometimes I just got to say it. Like, I ain't said all this shit before. I ain't never said all this shit before. I had these ideas in my brain, but I ain't never said all this shit before in that way. But hey, bruh, that's the channel, man. That's the channel. That's from the flow that's the flow of energy to the flow of speaking. Which is still energy, because guess what? Vibrations. And guess what? Wavelengths. Guess what? Electricity. Yada yada yay. Yay to yay ya. Yada yay. Yay yay ya 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 yay 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 ya 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 yay yay ya ya ya. Yeah, but for real. And for real, like, this is just another little tangent. I think I'm gonna just start adding these to my little spills, like going on a big ass spiel about some real shit and then just going on a little tangent. Bruh, like, I've been watching ballet and like figure skating and like different types of dances and like fashion shit. Bruh, that shit, like, I realize, bro, expression of the human form is amazing. Like, that shit is amazing. That shit can make you feel so much, bro. It's like, literally, I'm watching these motherfuckers do ballet and I'm like, bruh, this is so loud, bro. I'm like, this speaks volumes, bro. I'm like, this shit speaks volumes. This is so intense. This is so raw. This is so real. The synchronicity, the details, the body movements, the flow, the softness, the power, the strength, the elegance. I'm like, God damn, bro. This is so magnificent, bro. It's magnificent, and it's genuinely inspired me. It genuinely inspired me a lot. What to do, boy? But like ballet and shit, that shit is inspiring. It's like, whoa, like, who knew the human body could fly? It's like, they're literally flying. I'm like, whoa. And I'm like, to be in sync with everybody like that, listening to, like, dancing to tunes, getting in your, like, I'm like, bruh, this is so beautiful. And I think about like all the work that goes behind choreographing something like that, and I'm like, nigga, that's amazing choreography, that's amazing synchronicity, that's divine, bro. I'm like, this is a divine message. I'm like, this is a divine message, bro. It's like, this is so empowering to see this. Not even just that, but it's like the levels of balance, and then I also get into like culture, like, bruh, I love Indian shit, bruh. No cap, bruh. Like, I can't stand when motherfuckers down talk Indian culture, bruh, because that shit really pisses me off. Like, that shit really bothers me. Like, that shit really bothers me because I love that shit. I love that shit with all my fucking heart. I love that shit so fucking much. I love that shit so much. I'm like, they got the rawest shit on the planet. I'm like, they got the rawest shit on the fucking planet. Out of everybody on the planet right now, they got the raw shit. Even the Egyptians or them, I'm like, these motherfuckers got the raw shit, bro. Like, no cap. These niggas got the raw shit. And I'm like, nigga, that shit is so cool. I'm like, their shit is so cool. And I look at their, like, attire and, like, their, like, cultural gowns and stuff. I'm like, bruh, that is sauce. That's flavor. That's swag. That's amounts of respect. That's just quality. That's just precision. That's craftsmanship. That's divine, bruh. That's divine, bruh. And I see that shit and I'm like, I gotta have that shit. Like, I gotta have that shit. Cause I'm like, nigga, that shit is too beautiful, bruh. is too beautiful, bro. I'm like, this is the harmony and beauty I want in my life. I'm like, this is the type of shit I want in my life. And I'm like, bruh, who knew dance was so powerful? Like, who knew dance was so powerful, bruh? And it's like a lot of people did. A lot of people did. That's why them ancient niggas would sit there and do dances. It's like a lot of motherfuckers did. But it's so amazing to watch. It's like it puts you in a trance, bruh. And then I started doing it recently because I was like, because I do a form of like when I practice my chi and like airbend and shit. It's like when I use my superpowers, it's deeper than that. But when I like chi bend and stuff, it's like I dance. Like I see it as a like I see it as dancing. Like I see me as breaking a move, like busting it down. But it's a flow. It's like I'm moving on the rhythm of the wind and the air around me. It's like there's a beat. Now that I think about it, it's like there's a beat, but I can't hear that shit. I just feel it. It's like I feel it. Like I feel it, and it's inside me, and it makes my body move. And it's like I love it because my body starts twisting and turning in ways that I usually don't, but it feels so good. Like it feels like I'm in a whole different place. Like it literally takes me to a whole different place. Like it really takes me to a whole different place, and it's so beautiful and empowering. Like I love that shit. Like I love that shit. Like now that I'm really enjoying art. Like I'm really enjoying the power of art and seeing what it can really do. And all I want to say is, bruh, everybody keep expressing themselves. Keep learning about themselves so I can enjoy what y'all can create for real. Because there's other forms of art that I have not seen yet that I want to enjoy that y'all got to create for me so I can enjoy them. You feel me? Because it's like, look, we can't watch this video right now if I don't make the video. So this is me creating my form of art. Go make your form of art so I can enjoy that shit too. You feel me? But don't be sending me that shit like that because I really don't be watching like that. Like I be watching, but it ain't like that. It's like you gotta wow me. But it's like it's not that deep. So don't think about it too hard. And I'm also not a celebrity, so it's like I'm just another nigga. I'm not just another nigga. I'm not at all. Like I'm not just another person, but you know, like I genuinely don't carry any weight in your reality unless you allow me to. So that's on you. That's on you if you know you and your feelings about that shit. But shit, I don't really got nothing else to say. It's like nigga, it just feels like we hanging out, bruh. I like the conversation. I like talking. It's like I feel y'all nodding on the other side of the screen, be like, like this nigga pretty cool. I probably hang out with this nigga. I hang out with you too, bro. Like we probably hang out. We probably kicking and shit. Probably get a little smoke on. You know, you get the vibes. You know, I'm all about living life, bro. It's like that's what I came here to do. It's like like literally that shit pisses me off because like literally as a kid I'm like, am I tripping, nigga? Like why am I working? Like what the fuck is work? Like what the fuck are y'all doing, bro? Like are we not here to live? I'm like, why are we not? Like nigga, this is paradise. Like this is paradise. What we doing? What we doing? Where we going? We already in paradise. Where we going? What we doing? I'm like, oh hell no. Then I realized I was like, oh shit, these motherfuckers in turn, these niggas done put hell on earth. I'm like, these motherfuckers done put hell on earth. Oh my god. But yeah, and I had to come clear that shit up. I had to come clear that shit up on some Superman shit, you know. Light work, something light working light. It wasn't light work. I mean, it was light work, but it like light work, like it was doing light work, like work of light, you know. But it was not easy. Like that shit was not easy. It was not easy at all. But right now, I'm in a resting period still because I fucked up. It's like when you're recovering from an injury and it's almost done recovering, and then you go running on it, and then it fucks it up again. It's like that's what I did. That's what I did with my manifestations. And so now I know, hey, nigga, sit still. Don't move. Don't do nothing. Wait for that shit to come. And I'm waiting. I'm waiting. I'm just enjoying my art. I'm just creating. I'm like, well, if I'm bored, I want to create shit. Some things aren't flowing. So I'm like, well, what is flowing? And I'm like, well, I want to talk. So this is flowing for me right now. And so I'm using it to express myself and, you know, not be so bored, you know, because usually what do I do all day? Fucking lay down, masturbate, smoke weed, make music, paint. go outside, dance, meditate, pretty much it. And, that's part of my recovery. It's like, this is what the doc ordered. This is what the doc ordered. So I'm doing my recovery, trying to heal my wings, trying to be strong, so I can get what it is that I desire, which it is coming. It's coming. It's 100% coming. It's just, I gotta be patient. And that was a hard thing to learn, bruh. That was such a hard thing to fucking learn. Like, oh, that shit was such a hard thing to fucking learn. Like, that shit was so fucking hard. And then I thought about that ADHD shit. It's like, it's literally that different dimensional. It's like, bro, you're moving through different realms. You're processing so much information at once. Of course, you're going to be scattered. But you got to harness that energy, bruh. You got to be able to channel that process. Yeah, I guess. You got to learn how to channel the process. Process the channel. You got to learn how to process the channel, bruh. It's like, you got to learn how to take that big old flow of energy and funnel it down to what you need. Because not all of that shit you need. Some of it is just too much. You feel me? It's like learning about how the universe was created ain't relevant right now when it's not relevant when you're trying to get out the fucking matrix. You feel me? It's like that shit's not, it's not like, how the fuck how do I get it? It's like, I get I can leave my body, but why? It's like, nigga, I still incarnate here. It's like, I still incarnate here. How do I deal with this shit? It's like, But yeah. We gonna get out of it, bruh. Just hold on tight, bruh. Just hold on tight. It's not gonna be too much longer. Like, you done already done the waiting process before. It ain't that much. It ain't even that bad. It ain't even that bad. And it's like, even with that, it's like, bruh, sometimes it don't even take as long as you think. Like, sometimes it don't even take as long as you think. You may be thinking it's gonna take months. It might even happen tomorrow. It might even happen in 2 days from now. It might even happen later today. You never even know. With all that being said, shit. Keep loving you, bruh. Keep loving you, sis. I'm rooting for you. I hope that you win. I know that you're scared, but you gotta give in. Keep pushing through. The universe loves you. They're rooting for you. They're holding your hand. The angels are whispering. They got a plan. The plan is wonderful. You're gonna go to a land where everything's beautiful, and you gonna call that home. And you gonna love that home. And you gonna live on that home. And then you gonna have friends on that home. And you gonna have a sick ass home. And everything gonna be Frito. Except some Fritos. Cause ain't nobody eating Fritos in that beautiful land. I mean, you can bring Fritos if you want. But I promise you, they're gonna be the last in that box. But get out that box. Cause you ain't no chip. They know the government be giving y'all microchips. So get out the way and don't misbehave. Just kidding. Do everything out of place. Because what's confusing is not the algorithm. What's really confusing is the rhythm within you. They don't understand it. They can't dance to the beat. So dance on that beat and watch them flee. It scares them. They're scared of dancing. They're scared of dancing. They don't like it. They're scared of it. But yeah, all seriousness, I'm about to watch this back and shit because I'm bored and I want to be entertained and I entertain myself. So, you feel me? Yeah, I'll probably upload this later and shit.